Sarah, taking a sip of her coffee. Thanks for meeting me on such short notice, Mark. You sounded pretty excited on the phone. What's going on? Mark, thanks for coming, Sarah. Well, I've got some massive news. I've been keeping it under wraps for a couple of weeks, but it's finally official. Sarah, oh wow, don't keep me in suspense. Spill the beans. Mark, smiling widely, I got the job in London. I'm moving next month. Sarah, no way. Are you serious? That's incredible news. Congratulations. I know how badly you wanted to get out of your comfort zone. Mark, thanks. Honestly, it still feels a bit surreal. I've been working toward this for over a year, and now that it's actually happening, I have a mix of pure excitement and absolute terror. Sarah, that's completely normal. Moving to a whole new country is a huge milestone. What exactly will you be doing there? Mark, I'll be managing the regional marketing team for the same company. It's a step up, for sure. More responsibility, but also more room to grow. The only downside is the paperwork. Dealing with visas and relocation logistics is a nightmare. Sarah, oh, I can only imagine. Bureaucracy is never fun. But look at the bright side, you'll be living in one of the most vibrant cities in the world. Have you started looking for a place to live yet? Mark, briefly, yeah. But housing in London is notoriously expensive and competitive. I'm thinking of renting a room in a shared apartment at first, just to find my feet. I don't want to rush into a long-term lease without knowing the neighborhoods. Sarah, that's a smart move. It takes time to get the lay of the land. Plus, having flatmates might help you make friends faster. Speaking of which, are you going to miss anything about living here? Mark, oh, definitely. I'm going to miss the food scene, the familiar streets, and obviously, hanging out with you and the rest of the crew. It's going to be weird not being able to just text you for a spontaneous coffee.
Sarah, hey, we live in the digital age. We're only a FaceTime call away. And besides, this gives me the perfect excuse to visit the UK. You better have a comfortable couch for me to crash on. Mark, you know you're always welcome. You can stay as long as you want. Sarah, deal. So, when do you pack up your life? Mark, I'm planning to wrap things up here by the end of the month. I need to sell most of my furniture, which is going to be a hassle. I'm putting everything up on online marketplaces this weekend. Sarah, if you need any help taking photos or organizing things, just let me know. I'm free on Sunday. Mark, that would actually be a lifesaver, Sarah. Thank you. I'll treat you to lunch. Sarah, it's a deal. So, have you thought about the culture shock? British English is quite different from what we use here, you know? Mark, yeah, I've already started watching British sitcoms to get used to the slang. I need to remember that chips are crisps and fries are chips. It's a bit confusing, but I'll catch on. Sarah, you'll do great. You've always been adaptable. I'm truly happy for you, Mark. It takes a lot of guts to pack up and start over. Mark, thanks, Sarah. That means a lot to me. Cheers to new beginnings. Sarah, cheers to that. Sarah, so, speaking of British slang, have you thought about the actual workplace culture there? I've heard that British offices can be quite different from what we're used to here. Mark, you know, I was actually reading up on that the other night. Apparently, they rely heavily on understatement and indirect communication. For example, if a British boss says, "Perhaps you could give this a bit more thought," they actually mean, "This is completely wrong. Please redo it." Sarah, oh wow. That's going to be a bit of a learning curve for you. You're always so direct and straightforward. You'll have to learn to read between the lines. Mark, exactly. I'll need to develop a whole new set of corporate antennas. But honestly, I'm looking forward to the challenge. I think it will make me a better communicator overall. Sarah, it definitely will. And what about the weather? Are you prepared for the infamous British rain and gloomy skies? Mark, sighs, everyone keeps bringing that up. Honestly, I think it's a bit exaggerated. Plus, I actually like rainy days. They give me a good excuse to stay inside, read a book, or visit a museum. And London has some of the best free museums in the world. Sarah, that's true. You've always been a bit of a history buff. You'll be in your element there. Have you thought about which neighborhood you'd ideally want to settle down in once you move out of the shared apartment? Mark, well, I've been doing some research on different boroughs. Shoreditch looks really cool and artistic, but it's incredibly pricey. On the other hand, places a bit further out, like Greenwich, seem more peaceful and have great parks. It really depends on the commute. I don't want to spend 2 hours on the tube every day. Sarah, ugh, the tube during rush hour. I've seen videos of that, it looks absolutely brutal. People are packed in there like sardines. Mark, yeah, that's one thing I am definitely not looking forward to. I might actually look into getting a bicycle. Cycling to work sounds much better as long as I don't get drenched in the rain. Sarah, just make sure you wear a high-visibility jacket and a helmet. Safety first, Mark. By the way, remember that time we went to London for a weekend trip 5 years ago? Mark, oh my gosh, yes. How could I forget? We got completely lost trying to find that underground indie concert in Camden Town. Sarah, yes. Our phones died, we had no map, and it started pouring rain. We ended up in that tiny, random pub, drinking warm ale and talking to that old fisherman who told us ghost stories. Mark laughs warmly. That was honestly one of the best nights of that entire trip. It just goes to show that sometimes the best experiences happen when things don't go according to plan. Sarah, exactly. And that's the mindset you need to take with you to London. Things will go wrong, you will get lost, and you will feel lonely at times. But those moments usually lead to the best adventures. Mark, wow, Sarah. That's actually really deep. Thanks for the reminder. I needed to hear that. I've been so hyper-focused on the logistics, visas, packing, flights, that I forgot to just appreciate the adventure of it all. Sarah, that's what best friends are for, to give you a reality check when you're stressing out. So, have you told your parents yet? How did they take the news? Mark, I told them last Sunday. My mom naturally started crying immediately. She's convinced I'm moving to the other side of the universe and that she'll never see me again. My dad was just quietly proud, but he did warn me about the cost of living about 10 times. Sarah, classic parents. Moms worry and dads focus on the finances. But they'll adjust. Once you get settled, you can fly them over for a visit. Your mom will love afternoon tea at a fancy hotel. Mark, oh, absolutely. She'll be bragging about it to all her neighbors for months. Sarah, right, so we have a lot to do before you leave. This Sunday, we are tackling your apartment and selling your furniture. Next week, we need to throw you a proper going-away party with the whole crew. Mark, a party sounds amazing, but please keep it low-key. No embarrassing speeches or giant good luck banners. Sarah, winking, oh you know me. I promise nothing. It's going to be an unforgettable send-off. Mark laughs, now I'm actually terrified of the party. But seriously, thanks for everything, Sarah. I don't know what I'd do without you. Sarah, you'd probably get lost in Camden Town again.